Have you ever wondered how to make a quick, healthy crust? We love the quinoa crust. Quinoa is a wonderful, wonderful food. We call it an ancient grain. It's actually a seed. But the benefit of quinoa, it's low glycemic. And that's what we're all about, low glycemic eating. It's also gluten-free, so for those of you that have wheat allergies. So the quinoa crust is the healthiest crust you can get on the market. And Cheryl's going to show us how to whip one up.
Yeah, actually, Laura, I came up with this idea when I was trying to avoid the typical pastry crusts that most people have with their recipes. And I do love quiche. So what I thought is, why not try and use quinoa and come up with a crust recipe? And this works fabulous. It's super simple. So get yourself some quinoa, whether you have to rinse it or not. Read the ingredients. I have cooked quinoa here, and when we do it, we do a real quick, easy recipe where we just I use 1 cup of quinoa to about 1.5 cups water. I bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling quite rapidly, turn the stove off, and it takes about 20 minutes, and I just let it set, and it cooks the quinoa perfectly.
And we'll do that on our next video. So
Absolutely.
We'll get to see that on the next, so stay tuned to another recipe. You'll get that one.
So once my quinoa is cooked and cooled, I'm just going to take 1 egg, and if you want to even lower the fat content, you can just use egg whites. So I'm going to add that egg into my quinoa and mix it thoroughly. Now, you have a choice. You can just have it like this. I like to add a little bit of ground pepper. Now, you can have a choice of Parmesan cheese, and so I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit of that, which is awesome. Yeah, and I just use a lighter Parmesan. And your other choice is if you wanted to use some grated low-fat cheese, so you could add a little bit of that into your crust as well. Just adds a little bit more flavor. Again, I call cheese a condiment, so it's not really the main meal, it's not your protein source, just adding a little bit of flavor. So you mix that all together, and I take my pie shell, and there we go. We're just gonna.
How easy!
It's so easy
and so much healthier. That's the one thing when low glycemic eating, you want to be avoiding the white flours, a lot of the whites, and so most pastries are made with white flour, so very high in fat and very high glycemic. So this is a wonderful alternative.
Yeah, and I've actually had a lot of fun with this. I've actually played trying to make some like little cookies and things with quinoa, and it is really versatile. So it's as easy as this. I pat it all into my pie plate. And I'm going to throw it in the oven now, and I'm going to throw it in at 375 for about 5 to 8 minutes, depending on your oven. Convection ovens usually cook a little quicker. Once it's done, we're going to pull it out, and we're going to be able to finish off our quiche.
Excellent. Well done. Well, we hope you enjoyed that recipe, and stay tuned for a few more.